Great post, Brittany. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm loving this discussion board because students are really doing a wonderful job expressing their ideas on good and bad design, specifically pointing to the examples provided. So, and this is certainly no exception. I think you've done a wonderful job here. This is super interesting. This I'll get back to this in 1 second. It's good work too. This is so fun to look at. I mean, you can find yourself staring at this for quite some time. I know I did, every time I look at it, I see something different. So very, very interesting work here. Note there's no use of gradient in here or drop shadow or cast shadow. This is called flat design, meaning there is no gradient. I'm gonna get back to that in a second too. And of course, this is just horrendous. So let's just let's just leave it at that. Okay, so this piece looks like editorial, some sort of editorial design, like accompaniment for a magazine article. My question to you is twofold on this piece right here. Number one, what do you think this piece means? What is it communicating? The second is, well, I just mentioned flat design, right? Flat design using no gradients and no drop shadows or no raster effects. My question that I would like you to address is this. And this is specifically relevant. The topic of flat design has come up a few times in this discussion board, and it's relevant. And I'm moving back to it because it's important and it's relevant because our final design project for the class is a flat design project. Okay, so no gradients, no drop shadows, no cast shadows, no transparencies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? It's just a matter of developing depth and dimension based on the solid presentation of hues and the associated values of those hues, right? So no gradients like we see here. My question to you is this. Two questions regarding this piece right here. Number one, what is it communicating to you? Number two, if we took all of the gradients out of this piece and like that's a gradient right there, right? And we just did a complete, there's a gradient there. See some gradients here. If we took all of the gradients out of here, how would the piece change in its demeanor? Would the communicative value be lessened or heightened, and why? And how would it change the way that the viewer perceives this piece? Would it be considered to be more modern, more vintage? So really want you to address the gradient and the idea of flat design. So twofold question here again, what is this piece communicating to you, and how would this piece be affected? How would the viewer perceive this piece if there were no use of gradient whatsoever? Okay, great job. Really enjoyed your post. Thank you.